Hello everyone, this is Chicho710 coming back with another video, and this time I'm going to change it up a little bit. Instead of just talking about Call of Duty, I figured that I would talk about my life story, because it's been a roller coaster ride pretty much. But to begin with, I've had a problem with anxiety my whole life. Starting in high school, I had a lot of anxiety. It was very hard to deal with, day in and day out, and I would, use marijuana to help with the anxiety, and it definitely did, but the problem is it was illegal, of course, so I had to get a psychiatrist and get on something else that's legal, medication, and they put me on Xanax. So Xanax definitely did help with the anxiety. I went to college and I couldn't go without it. I was addicted to it. And at that point it started getting bad, and I started seeking the pills illegally and taking a lot of pills every day just to get through the day because my anxiety was so bad. And it just got to the point where it got really bad, depression got bad, and I started spiraling out of control. And finally I ended up going to rehab in Florida to seek help. And that was, in the beginning, it really sucked. It was very difficult. Detox was very difficult. I was crying a lot, and I wasn't eating at all. Then I got to the actual rehab after detox, and still in the beginning I was feeling bad. I wasn't eating. But then they put me on a new med, and I started feeling great. I started having this natural euphoria. I was excited to do things. I was excited to go out to the meetings, AA meetings, CA meetings, Narcotics Anonymous, NA meetings.
Team Deathmatch.
And I enjoyed it. I actually did enjoy. I looked forward to going to those meetings because I had a schedule. I had stuff to do every day. Instead of just laying around and sitting around and doing nothing, I was actually being productive and getting help, learning ways to cope and whatnot. And it was fun, it was a good time. But of course, in the back of my head, I always, I wanted to go back home. I wanted to go back home, and I figured that going back home, I would feel the same and it would all be the same. But I was wrong about that. So after rehab, I was excited to go back home, get on the plane ride, get home. And then I started to feel a little bad because my mother was telling me, she's gonna be real strict, and I'm not gonna be able to do things that I want to do all the time and whatnot. So I started feeling a little bad, and I stopped eating again for a while. And after some time, I started feeling really bad. That was my computer. I started feeling really bad, and I didn't know why. I was feeling terrible, and I figured it out. What happened was I was taking the medication, and when I got back home, I started smoking marijuana again, and the marijuana helped me with sleep and with anxiety. So I figured I didn't need the med anymore. And stupid ass me, I stopped taking the med. I just stopped taking it cold turkey without weaning down. It was Seroquel. And it put me into a terrible depression. Horrible for a while, for months. Back in 2018. That was the worst year of my life so far. Very difficult. A lot of bad feelings, and I felt like people didn't care about me. I feel like I didn't have friends anymore because I didn't really talk to anybody. I was pretty much completely by myself, alone. And at one point in time, I was in a huge fight with my mom. I was living at my mom's house, and I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm moving to my dad's house. So I got all my shit and I moved. And I was still not feeling great, of course. I wasn't getting help at that time. Finally, after being at my dad's house for a while, I have a work schedule, so I'm working again, doing electric work, because my dad's an electrician. It's a family business, so it's a good line of work to get into. But yeah, I get to my dad's house, and finally I get a psychiatrist so I can get on meds. And I start, now I'm on a lot of different meds. I don't like being on a lot of different meds, but I don't really have a choice. I need to figure out what's best for me, what's going to get me back in good shape. And it's been a long time. It takes a long time to get back to normal. I'm still not content yet, but that's why I want to be making YouTube videos. I want to do something productive, something, a good hobby, something I like doing, because that's definitely going to help me. So that's why I would definitely appreciate if anybody listening to this would like my video or subscribe or whatever. Just watch my video. That's enough for me. I would really appreciate that. But anyway, I get a psychiatrist and I get on different meds, and some of the meds didn't seem like they did anything, and then I got on, I've been trying many different meds. I've been trying this med, and then it takes months. It'll take a month, and I'm like, all right, let's see if this works. It's a month. Oh, it's not really getting me anywhere, so let's increase it. Then another 2-3 weeks, still not doing anything. Let's increase it again, still not doing anything. All right, let's try another med, and not really it's doing a little bit, but not enough. Then increase it. And it's doing a little bit more, but still not enough. It's a process. It really is a process, and it's a pain in the ass. But because I suffer with major depression and major anxiety also. It's really difficult. But I take this plant called kratom, if anybody's heard of that, and it works on your opioid receptors. And it's been helping me greatly. My grandmom's been helping me out, buying me this supplement, and it's definitely been helping me get through the day, every day. But also working is a good thing too. I've been working like every day, so that gets me through the day. I just focus on work. That's it. And time flies by really. I'm just completely focused on just getting the work done. And for a while though, it kind of sucked though because we didn't have work. Like a few months ago, there was like no work. I was just sitting around doing nothing, and that's not good for depression. I was isolating. I stayed in my room all the time. I haven't even seen my friends in like a year because I've just not been feeling. I've been not feeling good enough to get out there and talk to people. But that's what I want to get to, that point where I can do that, where I don't feel like I need to isolate in my room by myself. It's not a good feeling. But I just feel like I'm in sort of a rut right now, because I'm not 100% content yet in my life, but I'm not far from it. I would say I'm like 85% there, and that's pretty close. But I'm still not there yet. It's just I'm not 100%. And I know people might say like, oh, you're never gonna be perfect. You're never gonna be 100% because nothing's perfect. I understand that, but I just want to get to the point where I'm content, in some way content. Where I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm happy now, because I'm not happy yet. I'm just not. And but people understand that. People like my family, they understand that. But it has been a roller coaster. It really has been. It's been a pain in the ass. But that's why Christmas I got a new monitor. I have a projector. I got a blue microphone that I'm using right now. And it's a really good microphone. It picks up my voice very well. It sounds great. And it was only $50. So if anybody listening to this wants to get into streaming or recording videos for YouTube or whatever, check out the Blue Snowball Ice microphone. It's Blue Snowball Ice. That's the one I have. And they also have Blue makes a lot of different microphones. There's the Yeti, and then there's like higher end ones, but there's another Blue Snowball one that's just called Blue Snowball, and it picks up noise all around the mic instead of just in the front. But I don't need that because I'm not doing podcasts. That's more for like podcasts when you have people sitting around and listening. But I don't do podcasts. This is good enough for me. It's $50 and it's amazing. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on a microphone. You don't need to. This one's perfect. Perfect, at least for what I'm doing. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about my life story. If anybody cares to listen, been dealing with a lot of anxiety. I still deal with a lot of anxiety, and it's difficult because I can't take those pills anymore because I get addicted to them. So with my psychiatrist, he will not prescribe me anything addictive. So it's been difficult. But if anybody's heard of this stuff called CBD, it comes from the marijuana plant, it helps with anxiety. But it only helps so much, you know, it's like, it does help, but it's not a miracle. It's not a miracle serum or anything. But it does help. And for the most part, I guess it does take my anxiety down, but there is sometimes when it's really bad and the CBD doesn't help like that, like fully taking it away. But yeah, it definitely helps, and it's definitely good to do. Like my grandma orders me this stuff. She's been helping me out tremendously, ordering me the CBD, ordering me my supplement that helps me get through the day. Tremendous help, it really is. Tremendous. But that's pretty much my life story, really. I mean, up until now, I'm just, you know, I'm not feeling bad anymore like I did, but I'm not feeling great either. I want to feel great. I want to be excited for things. I want to, like, you know, be at work and then be like, oh, I want to get this done so I can go back and do things that are fun. You know, look forward. I want to look forward to things. And it's like, I don't know. It's like I'm slowly getting there, very slowly, like a snail. I take like 6 different meds right now, trying to get where I want to be. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but I'm trying to fill out this video with information. And as you can see, I'm playing Team Deathmatch in this clip using the MP7. It's awesome, awesome weapon. I love the MP7. I like the MP5 also. But you know what? For a long time, the MP5 was my favorite. But I'm thinking the MP7 is now my favorite because it's really accurate. And if you put the right attachments on it, it can be the damage range can be longer. It can be more accurate. Better mobility. Put a laser on it, like I have. Yeah, it's a really cool weapon. I use it really often in Warzone. And whenever I see MP7, the blue one, the Piercer, I pick that shit up right quick. And also, what else do I like in Warzone? They got the AK-47, they got the Fall, they got M13, they got the Scar. So basically, I mean, I don't like the Scar that much, really. I'm not a big fan of the Scar. But the M13 is that's a really good weapon. It's accurate. I usually pick that bad boy up. Or the MG34. MG34, the blue version, I forget what it's called exactly. A snake. There's like a snake on it. That one is really accurate for me. I don't know if anybody else here is, you know, likes the heavy machine guns in the game, but I actually do. I'll use the MG34, and then there's another machine gun. I forget the name of it right now. It's really cool. But that's all I have for this video, and thank you very much for listening. I really appreciate that, and please like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, and I'll check you out on the next one. Goodbye.